Well, it's Steve 89. Well, I'm continuing my Before I Die marathon and trying to watch all the movies I've ever bought or not seen or seen years ago and want to see again. And last night I did the Insidious movie series. There's 4 films. Now, I know I hadn't seen the last film. I bought it and never watched it. The third film I don't remember at all. The second film I don't even remember. I don't remember the first film. I just know I watched it and it was great. I can remember anything at all about it except the actors who were in it, and it was done by James Wan. And for some bizarre reason, I threw out the DVD cover. So I've got 2, 3, and 4, and I don't have 1. So it's just mind-boggling what I did there. So I'm going to buy it again just for the cover. I keep all my DVD covers in folios so I can flip through them. And I don't know why I didn't keep that. But the first film, my God, the first film scared the hell out of me. The first 40 minutes scared the hell out of me. I jumped and yelled so many times. It was great. And then once they call in the ghost sort of investigators who are a bit goofy, it loses the terror. I mean, it still retains a level of that, but I remember stopping it about the 40-minute mark because I just needed to stop. I had to have a break. And then I put it back on, and then they came in. I'm like, oh, I need a break. I could have just gone into this. It's like, maybe they thought the audience couldn't take any more, and that's when they decided to let all the air out of the tyre, so to speak. But the rest of the film is them working out what happened to the son, and then the father, who the kid astral projects, and he's basically been lost on the other side. And so it's got elements of poltergeist in it. Instead of being taken, in a sense, he was sort of travelling and lured and has sort of been trapped and kept on the other side. And the father, who also used to astral project when he was young, who also went to the same psychic and was helped back in the day, he ends up having to go in to the other side basically, to bring his son back. Now, at the end of the film, it's quite shocking, the end of the film, he becomes possessed and kills the psychic, who is this awesome actress who, I wish I knew her name and had worked out what her name was before this. I didn't think of it. She's great, but he kills her. And that's the end of the film. And you're like, oh my God, seriously? And I didn't remember it being like that. I'm like, well, thank God I've got all the films. I don't have to wait. That must have annoyed the hell out of me when I saw it. I'm sure I saw it in the cinema back in the day. So being able to go straight into the second chapter was really good. So the second one, it just continues on the story. The husband's possessed. There's a little bit of stupidity where they don't seem to know some of the things they knew in the first film just to make the second film happen, but it's not really bad. They end up having the help of the actress who was killed in the first film, because I'm sure everyone was like, why did they kill the best character? Well, she comes back in a ghost in the second film, and she helps from the other side. And they eventually save the husband and everything, and, the third film, because I don't want to say too much, just on the odd chance someone's watching this and hasn't seen the film, because I know sometimes people do that because they want to know what happens in the film first. I don't know why people do that, but I don't want to be part of that. Now, the third film is it goes back. These films go back because the best character they killed in the first film. So they go back and they show her first case, which was a girl. Or the first case that introduced her to the guys that she's been working with that we meet in the first film. We see a girl who's being stalked by a ghost, by a presence, and sort of similar sort of scenario, but she's not astral projecting. She's just, it's just more of a regular haunting. And the father is trying to save her. We get to see the character meet these other, because she goes to the psychic separately, and then someone else calls in the other ghost investigators, and then they end up at the end of the film teaming up and working together. And it's just really great to have, them go back to the best character from the first film and just do a prequel and have her own story. Now, the fourth film, the last key goes back even further, goes into her childhood and how she became a psychic, and the experiences that she had in her home, and you find out that her father was actually a serial killer. And one of the people she thought was a ghost in the house was actually a woman who was trapped there by the father. So she ends up going back. She ends up making peace with her brother because she ran away and left her brother with the father. And she ends up solving that mystery and sort of getting rid of that spirit and sort of clearing out her closet, so to speak, and moving on to have the adventures that because she Sorry, no, this is the film. Sorry, this is the film where she meets those guys and starts working with them. And that's when they decide, she had stopped. You know what, I'm getting the two films confused. She had stopped being an investigator because it was too dangerous, and there was one spirit that was after her, and every time she contacted the other side, it would come for her and it would kill her, and it is the one that kills her through the husband in the first film. But it sets up them having these adventures, so it's kind of fun. But it's still scary. All the scares are there. The amount of times I jumped and yelled and said "damn you" to the screen, because I should be better than that, not getting scared by jump scares, but I really was scared. It really works. It's a really great series of films. And I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, glad I watched them in one evening and did the whole thing.